Hello shooter fans, this is DarkSniperTM with another video. Today we're tackling the MK35 ISR. Everyone is calling this the new Season 3 laser beam, but if you're running it stock like I did, it feels more like a pea shooter with a tiny 30 round mag. I've spent more than 4 hours doing nothing but testing exactly how to bridge that gap for you. This video is all about the fastest way to level this platform in multiplayer, leveraging tactical positioning to survive the stock grind, and getting you to those zero recoil meta builds as fast as possible. Let's get into it. Remember, I'm an average gamer playing with a stock MK35, which means I don't have much ammo, I don't have many shots, and I really don't have a big advantage on any of these guys. I am going to die a few times here early, and that's actually on purpose. I'm taking advantage of these early deaths to get a good idea of where they like to hide, where they like to camp, where they like to lay down, like you're going to see here in just a moment, and I use that information later on. So don't count me out, and just remember, this is part of my process because I am not some pro 250 level player, okay? Alright, on to the real information. The recoil on the MK35 is mostly vertical, so you really don't have to work too hard to keep the gun from moving so much. Just pull down a little on your aiming stick. If I can make it work, I'm sure you can too, but hey, if it's a struggle for you, just remember by default you can always drop an optic you already have onto the gun to make it a little bit easier to aim. And if you throw some weapon XP tokens at it, you can even unlock your first recoil attachments around level 5, so it isn't too hard to get started. I'm actually making it much harder to use than it needs to be in this video by running it with iron sights on it. The most effective XP gains are going to come from objective modes like Kill Confirmed, because the objective XP actually counts towards your weapon XP as long as you're holding the gun when you're picking up tags. And if you can focus on headshots when you're downing enemies too, that can be really beneficial because headshot XP stacks too. You'll see a lot of gameplay showing that even an average guy like me is able to hit some solid shots with no attachments on the weapon, so going for headshots really isn't too hard, and it comes with the bonus of unlocking some easy camos for you as you progress, which is always nice. You're going to want to run the passive score streaks like UAV and counter UAV, as the XP from those revealed and conceal assists counts towards weapon XP as long as you're still equipping the MK35 in your hands while you're collecting that score. Those are going to be the broad stroke methods that you should follow for the best results, but what about when you're in the actual game? That's going to be where this next bit comes in. By default, it may seem that the MK35 deals really low damage, and that's because it does. This platform does only 23 damage to the body within 42 meters, and there is next to no multiplier when you hit headshots. You literally have to hit 5 consecutive body shots, or 3 headshots and 1 body shot to drop somebody. And that's a big ask when there are burst weapons from Season 2 that can one-burst somebody. The damage doesn't get any better at range either, because beyond 42 meters, it now requires 6 body shots or a total of 5 consecutive headshots to kill someone, which is far from ideal. The only blessing here is the damage doesn't get any worse if you shoot beyond 42 meters. So say for example you have an enemy 70 meters away and an enemy 200 meters away. If you're hitting your shots, it'll still only take those 6 shots to kill. This gun does feature the lowest recoil of any AR as of Season 3, and since it can shoot 750 rounds a minute, this thing can still put someone down in half a second of hits. That's fast, which is what makes this thing usable. Now these stats, they do get better with some decent attachments, but learning what the gun can't do is just as important as what it can do, so it is worth this detour to learn these numbers. To use this gun effectively, you have to play it like it's an SMG that can kill at AR range. You're going to want to put high pressure on their back line, push aggressively, and really become confident with its low recoil to get the most out of the weapon. It's not really worth it to mount the gun, as you do lose the ability to strafe and move, and you're really not preventing much recoil anyway. If you try and fail over and over and you're still having a hard time, I recommend that you load up a round of private, kill 50 or 60 regular or recruit level bots. It only takes a few minutes to do, and when you're done, the feel of the weapon becomes much more of a second nature to you. It'll take much less effort to kill with. In terms of actually engaging with it, you'll see me ducking for cover a lot, edge sweeping as I emerge from cover. Basically, I'm living in ADS mode. This is crucial while the gun is low level because you can't compensate for your aim with attachments and you really can't afford to shoot second in a gunfight. Finally, you're going to want to treat each life as though it's your only life, especially once you get moving in the game. This is key. Remember, the enemy knows where you are the moment you shoot your gun because you don't have an attachment for that yet, so don't get greedy. Reposition as often as you can. Try not to stay in the same place. It's not a camping weapon and you really don't have a long enough magazine to stand and shoot either. It's best to just get out of there, reload while you rotate, and re-engage from another angle where it's much safer. Beyond that, learn the enemy movements and use it against them. You still don't have the range that they do, but you can't one-tap them, you can't shoot a bunch of them in their spawn without a suppressor. You're not going to unlock suppressors until level 3, so for the first few games, really play it safe. Look for those guys who don't know you're coming. This is why we took those early deaths. Learn where people expect you to come from, where they'll be, and you won't need to have UAVs to find people. People are creatures of habit, and gamers are no different. Even the pros like to hold the same lines and angles every single game. Figuring out where these locations are early gives you a huge leg up on the competition, and you shouldn't sleep on it. Remember, even though it's extremely common to find cheaters in-game, and it feels like every day some YouTuber, streamer, or top 250 player is being outed as a cheater, not everyone who goes pro or plays at high level is cheating. The guys who survive in the elite ranks are doing it by playing carefully, seizing opportunities when they arise, and learning their enemy in exactly the way I've been advising you to in this video. You don't have to match the movement you're seeing here, you don't have to put in 400 hours, or even spend your hard-earned money to improve and learn about the enemy this way. Use your headphones, listen for people coming, watch your teammates, get their back, play the objective, pay attention to your minimap, and finally have some fun with it. There's going to be a lot of weird deaths, especially while you're getting used to this gun, but honestly, it's only going to be low level once, and once you level it up, this moment will be gone forever. I recommend enjoy the grind for what it is. Well, that's everything you need to know about the MK35 ISR. We still have about 2 more minutes of gameplay to go. If you'd like to stick around and support the channel, you're more than welcome to. I definitely appreciate it. But if you got what you needed and you're ready to go, I won't hold it against you either. I hope you have a wonderful day, and if you don't stick around to the logo card at the end, this is DarkSniperTM, and I'll see you in the next one. See how we like to hunt for stragglers with this gun? That's really going to be something you want to keep in focus as you level it up. Remember, don't get greedy. That's why I left here, and it kept me alive for a little bit longer. But also, don't be too afraid to try some tricky shots. The low recoil on this gun makes it possible to hit them. Also, I had no idea this guy was there. If he had been checking his minimap, he would have gotten me completely by surprise. And as we're rounding out the last minute or 2 of the game, make sure you take a second and comment what you think has been the most helpful in this video. Feel free to recommend another gun that you're struggling with that I can break down next. Well, that should do it for this video. You should now have all of the information you need to make the MK35 ISR work, even without the attachments. It's been fun, I definitely had a good time, and this is DarkSniperTM. I'll see you in the next one.